from the Fox 5 studios, this is Silver State Sports Live.
I think they're Seattle and Las Vegas, in terms of their history and support of NBA basketball, are unique in terms of available markets in the U.S. right now. No knock on any other markets. Those are just the markets we're focused on.
There it is. Wheels are in motion for a Las Vegas NBA team, and we are dedicating the next 30 minutes to this news. Welcome to Silver State Sports Live. I'm Mariah Janos.
And I'm Mike Davis. What an exciting day. We got so many guests here on deck to talk all NBA Vegas expansion. Now, the NBA's Board of Governors has unanimously approved a vote for the league to explore bids and applicants for expansion teams exclusively in Las Vegas and Seattle, with a final vote coming later this year to finalize the transactions to 32 teams. But Commissioner Adam Silver was adamant in today's press conference that there was approval to explore expansion, not to officially expand.
Make sure everybody understands there's been no handshakes on the side, there's been no commitments, there's been no promises to anyone. This is a completely transparent process. Nothing is set in stone right now.
So let's bring in friend of the show, Steve Cofield of ESPN Las Vegas Radio, host of Cofield and Company.
Yeah, Steve, thank you for joining us. The writing was kind of on the wall with this one, many saying it was a matter of when, not if. But Adam Silver has been very careful with his wording. You just heard him say nothing set in stone. Does that change the way you view this news? I know we were all excited about it. Does that dilute it a little bit?
No, not at all. I think he has to give himself a little bit of an out if something went wrong. I guess if they didn't have enough bids who were interested in buying a team in Vegas, that could be the ultimate. I don't think that's going to happen. No, I'm super excited. You guys should be super excited. The audience should be excited. This is a when, not an if. This is the first big step, and now it's just about, they know Vegas. Now it's just about finding the right ownership group, making sure the bids are solid, and then deciding who's going to own the team. And it's going to be Las Vegas and Seattle getting the expansion franchises in the NBA.
Steve, should this officially be approved, how do you think this city in particular is going to receive just another new Vegas-born team?
I think this one's going to be a gigantic hit. Going back to what Vegas was originally as a sports town, aside from its pro sport basically being boxing and then UFC, this was a basketball town. So there's tons of basketball fans, tons of NBA fans. It's the second most popular sport in this country. It's one of the most popular sports in the world. It's going to draw tourists every single night, even weeknights. People are going to look for entertainment options. They're going to go out there as tourists. And I think there's going to be a really strong local base of fans who want to see an NBA team. And then the division we could be in might have the star power. I guess I shouldn't say we, that Vegas will be in. We'll have the star power of the Lakers being in the division. So now it's a home run. I think we're going to completely support it. And all that stuff out there from social media, all these content creators about us dying. I'm down on the Strip all the time. I'm downtown all the time. I'm at the local casinos around town on the periphery. Everyone's killing it. Things are fine here, and we adjust. We evolve. We're fine.
Yeah, I always have a good time when I'm on the Strip.
100%.
It's always bumping. I have not seen any sorts of declines. But let's talk ownership. Silver also said that league offices would welcome Magic Johnson if he is in fact in the mix. We know that he met with Governor Joe Lombardo earlier in the year. What do you think makes the most sense in terms of ownership? Who would you like to see get involved in a team here?
Well, I still want LeBron to be the face of the franchise, but I don't know what was behind his comments last week. If he was told maybe behind the scenes that, hey, as an active player, you can't be involved right now. If the Fenway group that he's connected to told him, hey, we're not interested in getting into this for $7 to $10 billion, I think Magic is a fine choice. I think Shaq would be a great choice. Bottom line, those guys are going to put up tens or hundreds of millions of dollars. Obviously, they've got to have partners to get to the rest of that $7 to $10 billion. So we'll see who the candidates are. You hate to say it, but we're all a little bit afraid of the hedge funds. That's probably going to be the most likely ownership, is a bunch of different people with money going in as a group. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's $7 to $10 billion obviously is a ton of money.
Yeah, I think that's likely what would happen. Steve, we're going to touch on this a little bit later on in the show, but I just got to ask you, because we've been asking people on social media constantly since the news a couple weeks ago. Do you have a name? I know you're a creative dude. You got the big brains in sports media in Vegas. We need a good name. What is going to be the name of this eventual NBA franchise in Las Vegas?
I hate to say it, I don't have the name yet, and I don't see the name so far that really titillates. I just saw an odds board offshore with names like Mirage, Jokers, Outlaws, Scorpions, Venom, Spades, Diamonds.
Yeah.
I think those are all good candidates, but I still think there's something. I like the Hitmen, but that would be more for a baseball team. So there's got to be something. There's got to be something more basketball related that we can come up with. I can tell you this: on the odds list was Rebels. That's not going to happen. I'll tell you the other thing that's intriguing. Will this be Vegas so-and-so or Las Vegas so-and-so? Remember, right now we've got our Major League franchises here. We don't know what the A's are going to be. Las Vegas Raiders, Vegas Golden Knights. What do you guys want? You want Las Vegas or Vegas?
I kind of like the Vegas, but I will say our Vince Sapienza is on board with you and the Hitman. He pitched it earlier and I shut him down, but you know what? It sounds better coming from you, so maybe I ride with him.
Okay.
He's in the studio.
There you
He's
go.
not.
Sorry, Vince.
Steve, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
All right, there we go. NBA's here.
Swish.
Hey now.
There you go.
Are we in sync or
I
what?
think we are.
I love it. As for next steps, the focus shifts to ownership groups, which we just touched on, arena infrastructure, and the broader economic implications of expansion. The league has brought on a strategic advisor to evaluate all of these things, and as mentioned, a final vote will be held later this year, presumably at NBA Summer League, which is when there will be another Board of Governors meeting.
All right, still to come on Silver State Sports Live, our very own Vince Sapienza is joining the conversation. He's got a unique VGK perspective on all things expansion for us. Don't go anywhere.
You're watching Silver State Sports Live.
All right, welcome back to Silver State Sports Live, where we are continuing to break down all the news today of the NBA's potential expansion to Las Vegas and Seattle.
And joining us now to discuss how a Vegas-born NBA team would be received by Southern Nevada is our very own VGK insider, Vince Sapienza. So, Vince, we all want to know where an NBA team would play. We say MGM CEO and President Bill Hornbuckle floated the idea of the team potentially sharing T-Mobile Arena with the Knights. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, really smart. Obviously not really tough to pick up on, but Bill Hornbuckle sitting there saying, look,
He's all about
if you want to make this thing real and make this right now, we have a team, we have an arena, I should say, ready. T-Mobile Arena was built for not only hockey, but basketball, and it's one of those things that it was actually built for concerts, but it just so happened to be that they outfitted for hockey and basketball as well. Look, it's a seamless fit. We've seen dozens of arenas around the country share basketball and NHL. This is a logistical, as they say, easy as it comes, easy as it goes.
A layup, if you will.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Look at that. Well done. See, I still got to get the basketball lingo.
Lingo.
It's
Come
so
on,
fresh on me right now. Oh, man, that was a couple bricks. But anyways, T-Mobile Arena is the obvious spot. How many times have we reported on the last couple of years different entity groups trying to come in, build a new arena, build an all-NBA arena when you don't necessarily need to do it. You don't need to invest that kind of money when you have something sitting right there. Bill Foley is a fan of basketball. USA Basketball has obviously played many times inside T-Mobile Arena. The Las Vegas Aces have played multiple times inside T-Mobile Arena. They're going to be doing again so their season opener this season. So it just makes all the sense in the world. And when you're the NBA and you're making this first step to explore the possibility, well, one of the biggest check marks is the infrastructure. And your biggest infrastructure marker is the arena. Boom, case point done.
Okay, yeah, that would be the premier spot. So let's talk about this. Assuming expansion works out. The last time the NBA had expansion with two teams, an expansion draft, 95. Okay, so the last time it did happen in the NBA, though, was 2004. So assuming that happens, what can we learn from developing a team that is competitive from the get-go from an expansion standpoint?
Well, I had to look at the rosters from that last expansion draft, and tough. Obviously, there's two different situations going on right now, because with Seattle, you have a diehard Supersonics team and fan base that have been waiting for this day to come back. And I'm not going to say they don't matter, because they very much do. But whoever they get, they're just going to be happy that that Supersonics logo is going to be back in their lives. Right. Jerseys are going to be back, things of that nature. For the Las Vegas franchise, I think you need to look at what happened with the Golden Knights as a perfect example, because regardless of what you want to talk about, the rules of that expansion draft or what they were or were not able to do, it was a hit. And the NBA needs Vegas to be a hit. The worst thing that could happen is not only you approve this expansion, you have all these things come to fruition, and then the team's absolute garbage. How many teams do we see in the NBA right now tanking? Nobody wants to say it in the NBA, but that's what's happening. There are multiple teams tanking. The product is not good. The players are not good. The talent is not there. They're stockpiling draft picks. You don't want that in an expansion team. And yes, Steve Cofield is 1,000% correct. This was, and still there under the surface, is a basketball town. And so you do have a fan base that is teeming, salivating, hoping for the NBA to not only come here, but be successful. A couple examples. Obviously, the Golden Knights, Vegas-born team, right? They out of the gate, they're successful. Everybody loves them, rightfully so. The Las Vegas Aces were a team that relocated from San Antonio. However, they rebranded. So a little different feel, makes it feel like it's a little bit more Vegas. They can get behind them. Instant success, though, as well. There was a building of success. The Raiders are obviously an iconic international brand. The winning has not been there, but the NFL is so much king that it almost kind of doesn't matter. It does matter if you ask Mark Davis about the winning. But for the NBA, winning does matter. And you can't come here and give them some kind of expansion draft rule set that does not set them up for success. And it doesn't have to be playoffs in the first year, but you have to create an exciting brand of basketball from the get-go in order for this thing to really get off the ground. Because I do think there's a fan base here that is salivating at the thought of having an NBA team.
Yeah, absolutely. And those are legitimate concerns that were addressed by Adam Silver in today's press conference. We'll get into a little bit more of that later, but that is right when it comes to the tanking situation. And I know the NBA is looking to maybe adjust rules going forward to avoid that exact situation, but we'll see how that unfolds. Now, let's get back to the popularity of the Golden Knights with this town for a multitude of reasons, but the Vegas-born, you touched on it. What would a second Vegas-born team, as we just asked Steve Cofield, do for this city? How would it be embraced?
I think it would be huge because I think this city, this community is waiting to wrap their arms around all things that are sports. The Golden Knights were obviously out in the community. All the tragic events that took place with 1 October, they were on the ground. They were the first people you saw. You didn't see them on the ice. You saw the players there in the community. That was part of it. The winning, again, helps a ton. The atmosphere that was created. But even before all of that, the sales for tickets were through the roof in terms of those looking for season tickets. Before there was a team, before there was a name. I expect the same exact thing because this is a team you can wrap your arms around. This is a team, if you look at what the A's are doing right now, yes, they're relocating from Oakland, but they have done a ton in the community in a short amount of time. All the different signings with their young core, they're bringing them out here to Vegas to do those signings. They're making the community feel like, hey, you're part of this signing right now, and that goes a very long way with fans, and I think that's something you're going to see in a big way with the NBA.
And it's almost like they're trying to mimic the blueprint from the
and there's nothing wrong with
Knights,
that.
which is a smart thing
nothing
to do.
wrong
If
with
it ain't
that.
broke, don't fix it.
100%. Vince, you're the best. Thanks so much. Still to come on Silver State Sports Live, a former NBA Slam Dunk champion is joining the mix. Former Indiana Pacer Fred Jones joins us in the studio, or actually live via Zoom, to break everything down when it comes to NBA expansion.
You're watching Silver State Sports Live.
Okay, our next guest has some legit hops. A former NBA Slam Dunk Contest champion and a 7-year NBA veteran.
Who could it be? Well, we'll tell you. Joining us live to give us some player perspective on all this NBA expansion news, Las Vegas local Fred Jones. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, Fred, good to see you, man. So tell us, what's your initial reaction to just the news of today with the NBA getting one step closer to expansion to Las Vegas?
Wow, super excited, super excited. Of course, I got a chance to move to the Las Vegas area about 4 years ago and came from Indiana where we had the Pacers and was involved in a lot of that stuff. And now being able to be here and have a team here is going to be great.
Yeah, Fred, now you played for 5 different NBA franchises: Pacers, Knicks, Clippers, Raptors, Trailblazers. Do you think the NBA will be successful here in Las Vegas?
100%, without a doubt. I think this is a great community for it. Basketball is growing here. It has become a sports town, and all of the sports are being represented and supported. So I think this is will follow right in suit and follow right in line with the other ones.
Yeah, Fred, in the last interview, we were just talking about the success of the Vegas Golden Knights and how they really became a fixture in this city primarily for two reasons. One, they were a Vegas-born franchise, and two, they were really, really good early on. They made the Stanley Cup Finals in their inaugural season. So today, during Adam Silver's press conference, he, addressed some of the concerns brought up about the dilution of talent in the NBA should it continue to expand. How do you think an NBA franchise here in Vegas with expansion, how could they ensure that they're just going to be competitive from the get-go?
Well, I hope that the community has some flexibility of, understanding it's a new franchise and what it would entail. But as far as talent, it's a lot of talent around the world right now. And so I don't think the talent is going to be a problem. And then you're here in Vegas. You're going to be able to go hit that free agency market, and people are going to want to come here and play and get the benefits of playing here in Nevada. So I don't think it's going to take that long to put out a quality product, but hopefully the fans understand that in the city, that they still need the city behind them even if they get a slow start.
Now, I want to ask you about the current players in the league. How do you think they'll feel about this expansion should it get approved? And, there will be some conference realignment with Minnesota and Memphis heading east.
Yeah, I think Minnesota and Memphis are ecstatic, at this point, because the Western Conference has been a lot tougher, as of late than the Eastern Conference. And so I think they feel like they got a better path, to an NBA championship in the Eastern Conference. So I don't think it would be an issue for them. And I think all teams and all players would definitely enjoy coming to Vegas to play, though.
Fred, you got to play for some of the classic institutions of the association, from the Pacers, the Knicks, the Raptors, all really great names. We're asking everybody who jumps on the show with us today, what should the name for this new Vegas NBA franchise be if this all works out? What do you think would be a good name? Because we can't have can't be like the Charlotte Bobcats kind of name. This has to be a cool name, right? So what do you think?
Man, my son just asked me that as soon as I saw him today, and I couldn't come up with nothing there. But I think it has to be something to do with, of course, the Strip and Kings. Somebody already has Kings, so you can't do that. Right. Something to do with some cards or lights, like the Vegas lights or something, that shine bright. I think would be something nice like that.
Everyone's leaning in the same direction.
Something
we gotta embrace the Vegas.
Yeah, something Vegas-centric.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. Fred, thanks so much for hopping on with us. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you having me.
Thank you. All right, coming up, we're talking names. That conversation's going to continue. What should the future Vegas NBA franchise be called? That's when Silver State Sports Live returns.
You're watching Silver State Sports Live.
Hey, Mariah, we've been talking about it all show long. Las Vegas could be getting an NBA team, and we're just talking all about the names that this potential franchise could be called. We're getting submissions, so let's check out what's happening on social media.
It's been blowing up. Yeah, our 5 most liked team names from our Facebook comments. Number 1 is the Las Vegas Traffic Cones.
Wow.
Yes.
Apropos. That's good. I like that.
We like it. Number 2, the Vegas Mob. I'm into it. Anything mobstery, I'm on board.
The logos for anything mob would be cool.
Right. A little Sinatra, a little hat, a little fedora. Anywho, number 3, Las Vegas Best Personal Attorney Name. This is the best one
Las Vegas,
ever.
Just insert best personal attorney.
Whichever ones you want, take your pick. There's plenty to choose from.
The Las Vegas Knockvies.
Yes, the Demopolises. Why not? Get a Greek in there. We love that. And then we got the Las Vegas Jokers and This is a good one. The Las Vegas Floppers, the caveat here is if LeBron is the owner. Makes total sense.
Come on. I still want him to own this team. I'm not for that one.
Well, he's
but
already told us he's out, so.
I still like all the others I like. Okay, how about this? These are some fan renderings that we're going to take a look at right now. That's
kinda sick.
The Las Vegas Neon. That's pretty good right there.
That's really nice. That's really nice.
I like that. Those are some sweet colors. Neon, it works with, the lights here, the skyline. I like that.
Yeah. And the next one, the Las Vegas Blacktails. Whoa. Whoa, that's intense.
It's intimidating.
It is.
The Blacktails. Look at that. It's kind of goes off a little bit, has a little Vegas Golden Knights kind of edge to it, I guess.
It looks like the Aces mascot Buckets, but if you changed his coloring and made him into kind of a demon.
A rabbit demon.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a blacktail, but okay, there you go.
All right.
What about the next one?
The last but not least, the Las Vegas Venom. Ooh, okay. That's a cool logo.
Well, you got alliteration. You got V and V. So
I live
Vegas,
for alliteration.
See, Vegas Venom. And you said earlier you don't want Las Vegas.
No, I like Vegas.
So Vegas Venom. That rolls off the tongue.
Vegas Venom.
Wow, a lot of good ones there. Make sure you send us some more. Go to our Silver State Sports account, social media, IG, Facebook, all the good stuff.
Yes, submit everything you come up with. We want to know, get the wheels turning and burning, because I can't come up with anything that good.
I mean, I still like the alien stuff. Producer James and I, we want something alien related. So you can't just say alien, so give us something alien centric. I would like to see that.
Get to work, you guys. We'll be here waiting, and in the meantime, I guess we'll see you tomorrow and the rest of the week right here.
A lot of good stuff going on. NBA on its way potentially to Las Vegas. We're here for it.